I am trying to add somebody to my Google Ads account. So if you've done the Google Ads account and you hit a snag, here's how you do it, right? So once you get into your Google Ads account, basically you got to go from Google Suites. Once you're in there, you'll find the Google Ads like app icon. So you grab that, okay? You jump into Google Ads. Once you get into Google Ads, and if you want to add somebody to your service, like a user, right? So you want to add a user to your service. Here's what you got to do. It's a little complicated. I read a bunch of stuff, but they kind of missed a few things. And here's what I read. Not to say they didn't do a good job, but I read this. It says it's a little confusing. If you're not already there, sign into your Google Ads account. Click the tools. That worked. Underneath the setup header, click account access. Boom, that worked. This will take you through a new page where you want to select security settings. Done. Click on allow domains drop down. Select add domain. So this is where it gets a little confusing. Okay, so for the domain that I needed to add, it was real simple. I needed to, so once again, so I'm going back into tools and settings. So if I'm adding a new user, and this is just some ads that we're just trying to run for our business. Okay, so you go to settings, you go to right here. So setup. Okay, it says account access. It's changed. This is um, July 22nd, 2020. So account access isn't there. You have to go to setup first. And once you hit setup, it's going to take you to uh, access and security. So one thing that you must do is there's a bunch of verification steps to make sure the security is as high as it can be. There's a two-step verification, then there's a required verification. You have to add a second user, like a second admin. Okay, so you have a second email, just use that. All right, cool. So once you go to add user, I'm going to show you. I'm going to put in an email address. Okay, you have to select the account access level. Say it's standard. I don't know. Okay, and you're going to hit send invitation. Hit that invitation. You're going to see this message. The email address isn't in the allowed domain. To make changes to the allowed domain list, update security. So you're going to see that I tried this a couple different ways and it never worked. I didn't know what the domain part was, so that's why I'm going through this video. Okay, so I had to put in, here's my ad people. I put that in, that didn't work. I broke the word down. What it really came down to is the domain is the at, at Gmail, at Yahoo. So what I would have to do here is write in Yahoo. That's the domain. So if you don't know that, you're going to have to write that in. Once you write that in once, anything with that domain will work. So then once you write in, so I wrote in me because one of my accounts is, so I tried, so look what I did. I did Romy Wheeler, Junior, that didn't work. All these other ones, so I can actually erase them. And then at my business, I actually have a domain there, so that worked perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to just delete these because these were all erroneous. So I'll go back to users, okay, and you see here's Romy Wheeler at me. That's one of my emails. The at me or the me.com is what I needed, so you have to put that in there. So that's like the little caveat that. So it's a little confusing. So as far as real ass reviews, what do I say? So it's a little confusing once you figure out if you don't know anything about domains and you're trying to get somebody to manage your Google account. That's what I'm doing. I've got someone managing it. I didn't know what the hell to do. It's been like 15 minutes. So does it work well? Yes. Is it simple and easy? Yes. So from a real ass review standpoint, I'm gonna give it an A. Right? Maybe an A minus just because it's not as friendly if you don't know what that means. And then, like I said, I went to how to set up the allowed domain, and that even wasn't very accurate. Like parts of it was accurate, parts of it wasn't. So I tried to set it up that way. It didn't work. It was very easy. Like, so I'm in the US. It was easy to put in gmail.com or me.com or yahoo.com. That's all you need. All right. So that's all I want to say. Hopefully you guys, it works out better for you than it did me and you to spend 3 or 4 hours doing this. So it was, I know that's some silly shit, right? Silly. So real ass reviews. We got more coming. Have fun. See you later.